West Sacramento's only been a city since 1987. I've been the mayor for just over 20 years. I like the process of change and of uplifting people's expectations. This was the industrial waterfront of the gold rush and all the way through the 20th century. This particular site used to be the silos for the rice industry, the major salmon cannery, everything along this waterfront. Brownfield remediation has been central to uplifting and revitalizing a community. Brownfield support has been essential to make that a reality.
Brownfield's redevelopment really focuses on properties in our communities that have perceived or known environmental condition. That might be a filling station on the corner, former dry cleaning facility, an old industrial facility. Through the redevelopment process, we work with the community to identify those properties, to assess those properties, to understand if they actually have environmental conditions that need to be mitigated. We'll work with our state agencies and federal agencies and locally with our communities to mitigate those issues, clean up that contamination if there is any there, and then ultimately work with our communities to redevelop that property and bring it back into beneficial reuse.
This area we're standing in right now has been repurposed. A lot of the old warehouses removed. The barn that we're standing in is new development. The housing across the street and where I live, which is about a half-mile away, in the ironworks development. The psychological effect that Brownfield redevelopment has, it just changes the mindset of the community. You start to realize that there's possibilities, knowing that you're not in essentially a dead area. Small businesses have already started. The barn, restaurant, brew pub. It's a great place for families. Hundreds of people enjoying this area.
Neighborhood by neighborhood, we could take our city back. I'm super proud of it. Our whole city team, everybody's played a role, and we like to share. We know the more communities that are doing brownfield reinvestment and revitalization, the more likely it is the state and the federal government and private developers will want to invest too. When we started here in West Sacramento, we were doing it because we wanted to shift more of our development and our economic revitalization to the urban part of the city. But today, we wouldn't have a choice to go the other way. Climate change requires us to do this. How do I meet these really aggressive climate change targets? How do I get my transit numbers increasing? And how do I deal with the entrenched economic inequality and social justice challenges in my city? One of the great answers that brings all of those together is brownfield remediation. For mayors that are already trying to grapple with all of these social, economic, and environmental forces at once, this is an area where you can actually get your hands dirty and do it and really move forward on all those other objectives too. There's a real project there, and that it's going to unlock not just a building, but it's also going to reduce vehicle miles traveled for climate change protection. It's going to also make it possible for more people to walk. It's not just to do the cleanup, it's to deliver a better neighborhood through that parcel.
Brownfield's redevelopment is really exciting because not only are we beating back blight and bringing back economic development, but we're also taking a harder look at creating livable, healthy, sustainable communities.
The biggest impact is not really from the brownfields themselves. It's not so much in terms of the contamination. It's felt in terms of the unrealized potential of how much better neighborhoods can be. Bringing economic vitality and energy and safety and health to the neighborhoods where it's needed the most is the great hope of brownfields remediation. It's giving the neighborhood the canvas and the possibility to repaint its own future.